Hi there everybody. Today we're going to look at function notation. Alright, nothing to be too worried about, to be honest. I think sometimes when students look at this, they find it a little bit more daunting than it actually is. But of course, it needn't be, really. So a function is a rule which relates one variable to another. Very, very similar in terms of what you would think about in terms of y and x in terms of a Cartesian equation. But of course the notation is written a little bit differently. Alright, so what you tend to see is either f of x or g of x, and sometimes h of x, but it tends to be f of x more than anything else. Alright, so when we're talking about a function of something, what we've actually done is replace y with f of x. So for example, f of x equals 4x plus 5 instead of writing y equals 4x plus 5. But essentially what we're doing with that is very much the same. Okay, well, normally what happens is, normally when we're given a value in terms of substituting a value for x into y equals 4x plus 5, that gives us y. Okay, so when we're seeing an example looking like this, so f of x equals 7x minus 2, and we're asked the question of f of 3, all we're really doing is we're going to substitute this value of 3 for x, essentially, in here. Okay, and that's going to give us what we, I suppose, are used to seeing as y. Alright, but of course in this case it's going to be called f of 3. Alright, so really all this is substitution. Alright, so substitution type of lesson. So by all means, if you're not quite sure what I'm talking about when I say substitution, you probably shouldn't be looking at this anyway. But what we're going to do is going to put this value of 3 into this expression here, and that's going to give us our solution. Alright, so f of 3 is going to be 7 times the 3, so 3 is going to go into there, and then take away 2, so it's going to be 21 take away 2, which is 19, and that's it. You know, that really is it. You're just putting the number in and they're going to give an output. Okay, it would be no different if we had a negative number. We'd do exactly the same process. I'm going to put minus 2 in here to find basically my value of f of minus 2, but of course as we're used to seeing it as basically a y value. Alright, but of course it's not. It's a function, so we have to call it a function, so we'll deal with it like it's a function by substituting it into the expression. Alright, so we're going to f of minus 2 is 7 lots of minus 2, which is minus 14, take away 2, which is minus 16. And it's as straightforward as that. Don't overcomplicate it, don't think about it. What this notation here is f of 3 is put 3 into your expression, whatever you've got. Okay, and that's it. Alright, well of course there are some practice questions on maths-school.co.uk, but thanks very much for listening.